You're watching the King of Racing YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be covering my picks in a preview of the TVG Pacific Classic that's going to be happening on Saturday at Del Mar in San Diego, California. So here are my thoughts on the runners in this race. The number one horse in this race is Tripoli out of Kentucky. He is trained by John Sadler and ridden by Tiago Pereira. In 2021, this horse has brought in $139,000 worth of earnings. In his most recent race, he ran at the San Diego Handicap at Del Mar, which is a Grade 2 stakes race. He came in second place in that race, and that was on July 17th. Two times before that at Santa Anita, he came in first place at June 19th and May 1st in allowance optional claiming races. So, coming off of two first place victories and then a second place at the San Diego Handicap on the same track that he's going to be running the Pacific Classic at, I like Tripoli a lot for this race coming up on Saturday. So that's why I'm going to say Tripoli is coming in third place. Tripoli is my third selection in this race. Number two in this race is Tis a Magician. Tis a Magician is from Kentucky and ridden by Flavian Prat, trained by Richard Mandela. So in 2021, Tis a Magician has brought in $287,000 worth of earnings, 6 starts, 3 first place finishes, and 2 second place finishes. I really like Tis a Magician for this race. In his most recent performance, he ran first place at the Cougar 2 Stakes at Del Mar, so the same track he'll be running the Pacific Classic at, and he won that race. The race before that came in second place at the Brooklyn Stakes at Belmont Park on June 5th. And the race before that, on April 18th, Santa Anita, he also came in first place in that one in the Tokyo City Cup Stakes. So Tis a Magician has a pretty good record coming off of his past 3 races and a pretty good record throughout his entire career. He's had 5 career victories in 18 starts and 12 top 3 finishes in 18 starts. So Tis a Magician is a pretty reliable horse, and I think that Tis a Magician is going to be arguably one of the best horses in this race. I'm having him coming in first place. This is my pick to win the TVG Pacific Classic coming up on Saturday. The number 3 horse in this race is Dr. Post. Dr. Post has raced 3 times in 2021, ridden by Joel Rosario and trained by Todd Pletcher. $330,000 is Dr. Post's earnings for this year, and he raced first in the Monmouth Cup Stakes on July 17th at the Monmouth Park. And before that, the Met Mile, he came in 5th place at Belmont on June 5th. So when he goes up to Grade 1 in that Met Mile race, he drops down to about 5th place, whereas he won the Grade 3 Westchester Stakes at Belmont and the Monmouth Cup Stakes at Monmouth, where he came in first place in those 2 Grade 3 races. So if it weren't for the Met Mile 5th place race, I would say that Dr. Post is probably my favorite to win this race. However, because of that Met Mile, it makes me a little nervous in picking this horse, so I'm going to have Dr. Post coming in 4th place in this race. Royal Ship out of Brazil has been a pretty talked about horse for this race. He is ridden by Mike Smith and trained by Richard Mandela. He's raced 4 times in 2021, bringing in $218,000. However, I don't really like the results that Royal Ship has been getting despite all the talk that has come from this horse. So 3rd place in the San Diego Handicap Grade 2 race at Del Mar on July 17th. 3rd place isn't too bad. However, to win this race, it's going to be what I would say a little better than 3rd place is going to be necessary. 2nd place, the Hollywood Gold Cup Stakes. That was a Grade 1 race at Santa Anita on May 31st. So a pretty good performance there. However, it wasn't 1st place. And then you have the California Stakes, which was 1st place, Grade 2 race at Santa Anita on April 17th. So I wouldn't be surprised if Royal Ship wins. And whenever I say that, it seems like that horse tends to win. However, despite this horse being very talented, I don't like the recent record in the San Diego Handicap where that was run against horses that will be in this race. And same thing with the Hollywood Gold Cup Stakes. So I have to say that Royal Ship is going to come in 6th place. He is my 6th selection for this race. Number 5 is Express Train. Express Train is one of the favorites to win this race, ridden by Juan Hernandez and trained by John Sheriffs. And 2021 has been a good year for this horse, $486,000 in 5 starts. And that's a lot really coming from the win at the San Diego Handicap. And I really like to see that this horse is coming off of a victory in the most recent race in San Diego at the same track for this upcoming race. However, 3rd place at the Hollywood Gold Cup Stakes, that's even worse than Royal Ship. Royal Ship beat out this horse in that race. And 3rd place there at Santa Anita, and then 3rd place at Oaklawn Park in the Oaklawn Handicap. But what I really, really like to see here is the San Diego Handicap, that 1st place victory, Grade 2 race against horses that will be in this race at Del Mar. and that raked in a lot of money, bringing career earnings up to $659,000, wins in 33% of career races, top three in 10 out of 12 of those career races, and then top three in all 5 races this year in 2021, and then 2 victories and 5 starts in 2021. So that is why Express Train is my second pick for this race. Magic on Tap is the number 6 horse, 4 starts in 2021 and 2 first place wins in the same year. But coming off of 5th place at the San Diego Handicap against other horses in this race, I don't like that at all. And I was at Del Mar, the same track. Santa Anita Triple Bend Stakes was a winner. However, I think if this horse was going to continue its success, we would have seen a better performance at the San Diego Handicap. And then 4th place at the Californian Stakes. It's simply not going to cut it for this horse. This is my 8th selection for this race. Number 7, Independence Hall is certainly an interesting horse for this race. He's raced 3 times this year, ridden by Florent Giroux and trained by Michael McCarthy. On January 23rd at Gulfstream Park, he came in 3rd place in the Pegasus World Cup Invitational Stakes Grade 1 race, worth a lot of money, bringing in about $300,000 this entire year for this horse. However, after that race where he did awesome against Jesus' team and Nick Sko, I would have wanted to see an improvement in performance. That's not what we saw at the Santa Anita Handicap, where he came in 4th place in that Grade 1 race, and then 3rd place at the Californian Stakes. That was a Grade 2 race. So, though this is a California racing horse, he's got a long layoff. Last race was April 17th, and I don't really like seeing that in a horse that's going to be running against the competition that this horse will be running against. So that is why Independence Hall is my 7th selection for this race. Sheriff Brown, number 8 in this race, is a horse that could be overlooked pretty easily. However, I don't see a ton of value in this horse. Unless you see value in 3 allowance optional claiming first place victories at Delta Downs, Sam Houston, and Lone Star, I don't think this horse is going to be a major contender for this race. He came in 5th place at the Steve Sexton Mile Stakes at Grade 3 Lone Star May 31st, and I don't really like seeing that in a Grade 3 race at Lone Star. 5th place, I don't think this is going to translate into a lot of success at Del Mar. So then when he did race at Del Mar, he came in 7th place in the Grade 2 San Diego Handicap. So potentially those allowance optional claiming victories could come through and this horse could finish towards the top half, but I just don't see any way this horse has a reasonable chance of winning the TVG Pacific Classic. So that's why Sheriff Brown is my 9th selection for this race, last place. Number 9, Cupid's Claws is certainly an interesting selection in this race. I feel like this is a horse that has gotten really close to winning, but has never actually done it, at least recently. And he's only brought in $44,000 this entire year, but he's ridden by Umberto Rispoli and trained by Craig Dulles. And I think in his most recent race, the Cougar 2 Stakes, Grade 3 race, he came in 2nd place. And that was at Del Mar, and that was on July 18th. So 2nd place at Del Mar was a Grade 3. And then an allowance race at Santa Anita, he came in 4th place. That's really not good. I don't like seeing that. But in the All-American Stakes at Golden Gate, also in California on May 31st, he came in 2nd place. So I feel like he could be running close towards the top. If he gets a really good break, he could come in 1st place. I'm putting this horse in the middle of the pack, probably 5th place, because I see some things that lead me to believe he hasn't ridden against the proper competition, but other things show me that this is a horse that could race pretty well and surprise a lot of people. So Cupid's Claws is number 5 for me in this race. So all in all for this race, I got 9th place, number 8, Sheriff Brown, 8th place, number 6, Magic on Tap, 7th place, number 7, Independence Hall, 6th place, number 4, Royal Ship, 5th place, number 9, Cupid's Claw, 4th place, number 3, Dr. Post, 3rd place, number 1, Tripoli, 2nd place, number 5, Express Train, and finally, 1st place, number 2, Tis a Magician. Number 2, Tis a Magician is my pick to win the TVG Pacific Classic. Thank you for watching this video. I ask that you please subscribe to my channel, as most of the people who are watching this video are not subscribed to my channel. Please comment if you'd like and like this video, and thank you very much for watching, and best of luck in your bets at the TVG Pacific Classic on Saturday. Thank you.